Hi guys, it's Dean at Barrow again. Just a short video today because we've had a lot of people asking me for separate prices, whether they can have jobs done independently of a full service, because you know times are hard and sometimes finding £80 when you live in paycheck to paycheck can be a struggle. So if you need a job doing and it's just a one-off job, then by all means get in touch with me and give me a ring on 07808 048 513 and we can do all the jobs individually. So I'm going to give you what we do and some prices today just to put your mind at rest so you can pick and choose what you need. So when you come down you can get sorted at a cost and the price, so you're only getting done exactly what you want doing. So we're going to start with wheel alignment. So if you've got a power porter, any one of the power porter range, and you're using it and you're veering violently left or right, or even just a bit left or right, and it's becoming a pain up the bum, you can bring it down to us. We can put it on a jig, get it all aligned for you by the nearest foul, and make it all running nice and straight again. So it's a bit effortless when you're going out again, and it makes sense to get done. So like I said, any of the power porter range, you need the wheel alignment, you'll be looking at £40. We also do wheel alignment for not just power porter, for any push barrow, i.e. big boy, tri-porter, Mark II, fat boy, Evo, porter, like any barrow you've got that you're struggling where the wheel's making you veer, we can sort it. And not just cart porter, if you've got other makes, i.e. Fox, Nash, Chubb, Tracker, Carp Zone, and they're all based on the same system where you've got the spigots and you're pushing it up and locking it off with 2 thumb screws, we can put them in our jig. We can align the wheels on that for a little bit less. That one will be about £30. We're also doing a fixed quick release system on the front wheels, which is basically if you're struggling mainly with the older type, power porters are heavy units, what with the battery, etc. And they do struggle when the old ones only had 2 thumb screws, and when you use it sometimes they can keep sliding down, forever have to be tightened, and if they do fall off it can rip all your electrics out and cause a big problem. So I mean, we can fix that wheel so it's never ever going to come off by literally putting 2 bolts going through it. Quick release if you need to get the wheel off when you're fitting it in your car because you ain't got the room. Or if you've got a van and you're going up it on a yeoman or you know, something like that, we can fix it with just a nut and bolts for £30 and get that sorted. Same with the back. If you're struggling with the back wheels and they keep sliding up underway, and we can fix them with a nut and bolt system. Or same with the mud feet, do exactly the same system on that for the same price of £30. We are doing a fitting service for any of the cart porter range electrics. I mean, we don't supply the electrics. You'd have to go to cart porter, purchase the electrics, and if they're not willing to do a fitting service at the moment, you can come back to me and have any of them fitted. It's not a huge cost. Any part, whether it's the hand control, centre cable, or 24-volt pro drive, they're all going to be £20 each, whatever bit you need. If you was completing the whole set and putting all 3 on, it would be a little bit cheaper, coming in at about £50. So anything needs fitting there, you know, you can get sorted. Just give me a bell. We also do thumb screw corrections. So if you've got any thumb screws that are seized on your barrow, we can unseize them, get them out, tap out the thread, make sure they're all running nice and freely again. I mean, if they're still not biting, we can put a longer bolt in there, get that sorted, and they work out at £10 per thumb screw. So you know, not a bad price, depending on how many you got. It could get pricey, but it's normally just 1, 2 max on that one. What's quite popular at the moment is paint correction. There's a lot of you got one a few years old, they're starting to rust, you've chipped, you've scratched it, where we all throw it in our car or our van after a session because we can't be asked because we're knackered. And you can get that all looking nice and sweet again, all painted, made up, you know, exactly the same colour as it was, so it looks like what it was on new. And I mean, that's not a bad price to make your barrow look from a second-hand banger to it looks brand new again for £40 on that one. So like I said, quite popular on the paint correction. We are getting people that struggle when they've got their power porter and they've got a puncher in the front. Because I know some of the ones do have the Kevlar line, which is a bit punch resistant, But you do have the ones with the knobbly tyres on, which if you do get a puncture, you need to put a new tube in, you do have to take apart and it can become quite tricky. So we can fix and put a new tube in, get your punches sorted out for you for £60 on that one. Obviously, we do the full service. So if you've got a power porter and you've got the Extreme Mark 8, 765, etc., Fat Boy Mark 2, the full service comes in at £80, and that consists of wheel alignment, all electrics tested, including battery and battery reading, paint correction, thumb screw correction, greasing of sliding parts and bearings, and we can fit the quick release bolts to the front or fixed bolts on the back if needed as well. We also do the full service for the push barrow, which consists of the same above, apart from obviously your battery testing and the electrics testing. That one's coming in at a bit cheaper, it's £60. So if you want your barrow looking new and running straight, if you're a big boy or whatever, we can get that one done for £60. I also offer a welding service. So if you've got any part on your barrow that's on its last legs, like your frame snapping or creasing and needed strengthening, or handles going at the joint near the thumb screw where you put them in and they're starting to crack and slice, before they get too bad and then end up where you can't use it, you can get them welded, sanded down, sprayed up and look nice again. Or the back legs can be quite a problem on some of the versions. The crossbar, we can get that all welded back in and made up like new again. Obviously welding would have to be, you'd have to ring me on 07808 048 513 and get a quote, you know, send me a picture and I can quote you on the picture of what the cost is going to be. Even with welding, it's not the end of the world. Most welding jobs are around £30, unless you've got a real serious one, that'd be a little bit more. So that's about it, guys. I mean, if there's anything I have missed, don't hesitate, give me a ring or get on Barrow Buddies and send a question to me, and I'm sure we'll get it answered. We can get it resolved and sorted as soon as possible. So remember, join Barrow Buddies, hit the like, subscribe and share. I mean, it's free to subscribe, so you'd be crazy not to. And have a good day, boys, and I'll see you in the next video and hope to see you soon. Bye for now.